Okay, now we're live. All right.
It started snowing here, Paul, about a half hour ago.
Oh yeah, well, it was trying. Okay, now it was trying, but nothing here. We're live. Okay, cool.
We're supposed to get some good snow tonight, I guess.
Oh, are we? Oh,
1 to 2 inches they're calling for here.
oh. Well, let's go see what we're supposed to get here. It's
Hey,
rain.
AC is in the chat.
There's rain here, Paul.
Oh yeah, AZ is in the chat, Paul.
Hey, David. Hey, AG. Yeah, they said mixed precipitation in the afternoon, rain, a trace snow, a quarter of an inch. Tomorrow, call for 1 inch of snow. So,
I'm getting tired of this winter weather, Paul.
well, they say there's a cold spell coming, Paul.
I know it.
Yeah, Ryan Hall was saying the pattern's changing, and it's going to be cold for over a week. They figure temperature's going to drop.
Because right now it's 37 degrees here with snow.
Yeah.
So you know what that'll do if it starts to grab, and if the temperature goes down, it's going to turn to ice.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I don't know. According to what I'm seeing for the 14-day trend, it's going to stay above, just at freezing or above freezing. During the day, but at nighttime it's going down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
TJ is in the chat.
Hey, DJ.
Mr. Giggles.
Yeah, go down 23, 21. Yeah. Something I haven't looked at.
Dominic.
Something I haven't looked at lately. UAV forecast. See what they say. Hey, Dominic. All right. A little windy. It's going to be windy tomorrow. 41-mile-an-hour gust, Paul. And same with Wednesday, up to 40 mile an hour.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Thursday's going to be pliable. And then up to 38 mile an hour on Friday. Saturday morning, 13 gusting to 21. That's pliable. Sunday, yeah, it's pliable. Okay. Monday's really nice. Yeah, go. Well, but oh, I don't know. It
So how was the bus run today?
oh, good. It's a long run, eh? So
Yeah, it's longer run, but the kids are probably a little better, aren't they?
a couple of stops are just getting come on up the stop. Are you getting hot today? They pop up over the seat. Oh, yeah, yeah. They're falling asleep back there, right? You know, because it's a long run. They get quite a rest, right? Between the school and home. So, especially one there, like almost an hour, you know.
Hey, good morning, all, and good
Hey,
evening.
Dominic.
How are we?
I guess it is morning, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's good evening to you,
Yeah.
and good morning from me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How's everybody going?
Yeah,
How's
we're doing
everybody in the chat?
Well, it's snowing like hell again.
Oh, no.
As you can see on the camera, Dominic, I don't know if
Yeah.
you see that.
I can see that.
Yeah. Supposed to get maybe a couple of inches here overnight.
Mm.
And then it's going to get colder, and then maybe some more snow in a day or two, Paul. Is that what you were saying?
well.
Snow on and off for the next few days.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know.
no.
Nothing too bad, I guess.
Yeah, we're not talking feet, but it's still the same old idea. You still got to get out and shovel the sidewalk off, you know?
Mm.
Here comes Justin. Time.
Oh, where the hell did the chat go?
Right here. Over there. On the screen over here.
Oh yeah, by the way, you have no link in there.
I know, I gotta do that.
What's up, David and TJ? Oh, TJ, go check out my last shorts. They were for you. 2 of the last 3 I just posted.
Okay.
What car's gonna go back over here?
Hey, USA, how you doing?
Dessert time.
So,
What are we having for dessert, Paul?
Ice cream
Yeah.
bar.
Ice cream bar. All right. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream.
yeah.
Gotcha.
What
Yeah.
flavor?
Oh, just vanilla coated in chocolate.
Oh, great. Nice.
Yeah, just a chocolate coated ice cream.
Nice.
You got ice cream in it. See that? Got ice cream in it.
Yeah, right in the middle. It's ice cream and it's got that chocolate fudge around the outside.
Chocolate dip.
Right.
Dipped.
Nice work.
What? Let me just see, David. Yeah, I just saw it, David.
So what'd you do today, Justin? Anything?
Did a little bit, and I had to train somebody. I got somebody with me all week, so he's
Ah,
gonna go with me Wednesday to Orlando. So
at least you got somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
yeah, I got he'll be with me all until Friday. So
So what do you think, Dominic?
Yeah, just having a quick squiz over Justin's last couple of birthday videos, and
oh, the ones with TJ.
yeah, and AZ
Yeah, that comment was funny. He said,
Yeah.
"Stop looking at her ass."
David, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I saw your F-22 short
Yeah.
too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Some really, yeah, it was the sound generated by that thing is just amazing.
The maneuverability too. I liked how it popped
Yeah.
up, and then it went
Yeah.
like that. It was like, shh.
And I haven't posted them all, but there's one where they do that and then do some vector thrusting.
Yeah, that thing is so
That's-
maneuverable.
It basically turns in on itself.
Well,
Oh,
there's that move that they do with that it will do against a 4th generation fighter.
yeah,
Is it will be coming up behind it, and it will
Yeah.
go doof and just stop, and the other jet will shoot by it behind it, and then it'll go like that, get
Yeah.
right behind it.
yeah, they did one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, just it's just mind blowing watching it.
I've never seen one in person, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah, well, believe me, seeing one in person is a more interesting than just watching the video. You just can't get the emotions of the thing when you're actually
Like you
watching.
can't put it into perspective unless you
Yeah,
actually see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter if I had a expensive camera or because they had a big screen TV there where you could actually watch it.
Oh, where they were
But
following.
watching it on that screen and watching it live, which is two different emotions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that thing, man, that thing, like, when that thing's in the air, like I've watched air shows on YouTube when it was
Yeah.
at air shows, and it just, the crowd just stops
Yeah,
whatever they're doing, and they just stare at that thing. It
they just
catches
stop and
everybody's eye.
stare. Yep. Ugh.
So that black, what was it, the black team or whatever it was that were flying the F-18s?
Oh, the Black Eagles. Yeah.
Is that Australia's version of the Blue Angels?
No, that's Republic of Korea.
Oh, is it?
That's
Okay.
what ROKAF meant. Republic of Korea Air Force. Black Eagles.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what country that was from. I thought maybe that was Australia's version of the Blue Angels.
No, that's the Roulettes.
They did some pretty cool maneuvers on that one short.
Yeah. Sadly, they weren't on long enough. They only did like a 15-minute. They only did about 15 minutes for that one.
I'll tell you, were the Blue Angels there?
No, they weren't. Funnily
Oh
enough.
man, them guys are nuts. dude.
I've seen the Blue Angels. Yes.
When they get like they go canopy to canopy.
Hmm.
Oh man, that is insane. The thing is, you got to remember which way you're supposed to go too, because
Exactly.
they'll almost touch wingtips when
Well,
they're doing some of those
the
maneuvers.
ones where they do that.
Oh yeah, that's one of the dangerous ones there.
Yeah. They did. There's ones that did that, and then there were 4 of them that went.
Yeah, because they go like that, and then they belly to belly
Yeah.
like that. And then that one plane that you did the short of, the one that went up, it was the prop plane that went
Yep.
up with the smoke, and it was like, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, because that was very. Yeah.
Had some cool shorts.
Yeah, it
there,
was, Joe.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool day, but the temperature was hot. But the planes were cool.
It was hot out, but planes were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like about 90.
Oh, it's freaking hot today, I'll tell you what.
Mm.
Oh,
We're starting to cool down.
it's starting to get
And
hot
then-
again. I'm hoping
Yeah.
we get a couple more cold fronts. Every once in a while, we'll get a last minute couple cold fronts come in.
Mm.
It'll be nice and cold for a couple days, and then it'll go back to hot again.
They said it's going to be going to have big cool down all of North America for a week or so. It's going to be
Mm.
cooler than normal.
Edward.
Yeah, well, what's cooler than normal in Florida is like 85 instead of 95.
Yeah, yeah, probably. But it's getting
Yeah,
cooler than normal.
Yeah, we're dipping back into the 60s and 70s as we get.
Yeah, you
as
guys
we
are going
keep
through
going.
your what, springtime
We're autumn,
or fall, autumn, yeah.
fall. Fall, not autumn.
Well, fall and autumn would be the same thing, pretty
I
much.
know they are just different terms. Because that's for me, that's the hardest. That's the hardest season mentally, because you're coming off summer and then you're going halfway in, and that goes from late March to late June, and then winter. I don't think winter's as tough mentally, because once you get over the shortest day, you're mentally prepared for the spring that's coming. So you've got something to look for rather than the other way around, where everything's going the wrong way. Yeah, it's 3 really tough months.
Yeah, it is.
Boy, that snow coming down on the screen there, Paul, makes you want to go hibernate, you know?
Oh, look at it coming down over there. Wow.
Most definitely. I totally agree with that comment. If I saw that, I'd just go straight back to bed. But we don't get, thankfully, where I am, we don't get snow. But we get heavy rain.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, give it a
Um,
couple more years. Weather's getting screwed up more every year.
oh, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if it starts snowing here.
I don't get it, but
Yep.
Yeah, you can have weird weather anywhere as long as the conditions are right.
Yep.
well, we're only what, a week away from spring or 2 weeks away
Or
from
spring, yep.
Yeah,
Probably closer to 10. I'd say closer to 10 days.
well, when spring's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because they're just going the seasons by the
Date.
by the calendar
Yeah,
year, but that don't mean that that's the weather.
exactly. Because we're getting, warmer temperatures as we get up to, what do you call that, fall. So, but I'd say it'll start happening soon.
Did you catch Matt was live this morning?
No, I didn't.
A little Binger this morning.
Oh, okay. I'll go back and watch.
I don't know how many times I'll tell him what time Murray comes on. He never listens to me. Because he was like, I went on and checked at like 8:40 and nobody was live. So he's like, I thought I'd go live. I was like, he always goes 9:30 during the school year. Oh
Mm,
yeah. Tell him every time. He always forgets though. Because he's usually starts drinking around that time.
yeah, I think I went to bed at my time, which would be 8 a.m. your time. This is midnight here, and I'd spent a couple of hours editing a few shorts and editing a longer video of just the Raptor itself. So, because if it's 9:30 your time, that's what 1 or so, 1:30 my time.
Yeah, I need to go catch the air show when they do it in Lakeland. They do it every year over in the Lakeland area.
Oh, okay.
Because you'll see the planes fly over Winter Haven when they're going back and forth. Like usually you'll catch the F-18s and all them flying over.
Mm. Yeah, because sometimes, see, Avalon Airport is an airport about 70 or so kilometers from where Melbourne is, and we've got a bay in the middle of that, Port Phillip Bay, and they sometimes do a run over the bay.
They were the ones that made my Air 2 all wacko one year. It was like a year and a half ago. I was at the park flying, and they flew over, and I didn't hear them until because you usually don't hear them until after.
Mm.
And they were right over top of me. All of a sudden, my Air 2 started going all crazy, so I landed it real quick. I was only about 30-40 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Probably something with their radar or something was messing with it.
Mm.
That's the ship I did this afternoon.
Mm.
Oh, you finally got a ship in, huh?
Yep.
They reopened the locks yet?
No, they open them up the 22nd.
Yeah, okay, it's pretty close. Huh?
But see, if there's any ships between, like the locks, like down in by Niagara Falls, or to get up to Lake Superior, those are the two choke points for the locks. If the ships are down here working, they can work wherever they want to work. It's just the Coast Guard, both Canadian and the American Coast Guard, keep the lanes, the shipping lanes open.
Hey, Laura.
Oh, Laura's in the chat and Bill.
Yeah,
All
I think I missed
And
Wayne
Dean,
Grady.
yeah,
Mike
All right,
Grady.
Mike
I think I
Grady.
said hello to him.
yeah.
I can't remember who I said hello to.
What's up, Wayne B, USA drone flyer, Laura.
Laura.
Mm.
David was on earlier today and he said that they were clearing a lot of the stuff out of the house and throwing it away, getting ready for the big eviction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we told him not to throw Laura away, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Laura says, "Oh, Justin is here.
No, no.
Hi, Justin," she says. That's your big brother.
I'm almost to 175,000.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on 120.
Yeah, well, I haven't really posted anything the last couple days because
Hmm.
I gotta
Well-
do a video this weekend because this whole weekend's videos got all screwed up
Mhm.
because of all the stuff I was doing. Trying to get everything worked out.
Mm. And I thought the views had dissipated for a while, but I'm back to nearly 13,000 in 48 hours again. Second time I've done that.
Nice.
So,
Wow,
Well,
just turn it on.
the viewership's got to go up and down because people got, life. They're not sitting in front of
understandably.
the computer,
Oh, what up?
Understandably.
I just went up 10 subs too. I was at 207, now I'm at 208.
Yeah. No, I've got myself to 610. So I'm at the 610 club now.
Yeah, this whole past week I hadn't posted much because I've been working on the computer and doing all that stuff. And
Hmm.
so, but I got enough footage to do at least 2 or 3 more days worth of shorts this week, and then I'll do something maybe Thursday. Get some more footage.
Yeah, I might
Oh,
just
nice,
do
Laura.
one.
She just went up 4 too.
Yay.
What's up, Edward?
I decided to do a couple as a video because the vertical format just didn't suit a couple of the ones that I've taken. So that's why I put them up as videos, even though they're one's 17 and one's 18 seconds, but vertical video just didn't do it justice.
I never did like the vertical video.
Oh, vertical video, if you've got the subject in the right manner, the subject works from vertical.
But
if the
see,
subject doesn't work,
in my mind, though, Dominic, is landscape is the way we look. We don't look like this.
I totally agree with you. But sometimes when you shoot the video and you shoot it that way, it just doesn't gain all of the.
Well,
Some
I
of
think,
them
I think a lot of the young people like that vertical bullshit. But
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I mean, with everybody having cameras now that zoom and whatever, there's no reason to crop it on the phone. You can just crop it full scale, you know?
Well, it's not
Yeah.
that younger people like that video format. It's just that's what TikTok and fucking YouTube went it with.
I've made them, yeah.
That was their decision to do that. Like you could have. Why they didn't do shorts as landscape, I'm not entirely sure why they couldn't have done that.
Yeah, anything that's
But-
under. I think it's because it fits on your phone screen. That's why they did shorts vertical, because that's the way the phone is set out, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm sure they had a reason behind it, but
Mhm.
it's like if I had a choice, I'd rather do landscape.
Oh, definitely.
It's much easier.
But the only reason I'm doing it that way is it's for the views.
Well, I mean, you have to anyway, so.
Yeah,
'Cause, I mean, you can put a landscape video on a short, but the problem is if you don't change the aspect ratio, it looks
Yeah.
like crap.
yeah, because you've got to change the aspect ratio and then you've got to keyframe it, and that takes a bit longer. For a 15-second video, you're going to set. You're going to do what? Take 2 or 3 hours to do something. It's just the whole shorts concept is set and forget. Quick video, bang, straight on YouTube. Not spending 2 or 3 hours, color correcting, doing the aspect ratios, and then they're doing the keyframing. Yeah, JD put it. JD put it very succinctly there. People are watching on their phones vertically. No one wants to have their phone sideways. Sadly, that is the case. If I want to watch it, horizontally, as in landscape,
Yeah.
I'll get out the laptop because I can see it bigger. And unless it's something that I'm really invested in, 15 seconds is good to just watch 15 seconds, flick through to the next one. You can consume it very quickly.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bill, bring in his channel too on Friday night if Matt does a show on Friday, and we'll get Matt to do a map bump for him too.
Yeah, we'll get him a mate bump.
He just went from 4 to what was it?
Is
I was
that
watching?
No,
is
Grace.
that
Yeah, he's up
that
to 12
video-
already.
that video his channel?
Yeah, it's his nephew or his cousin's channel.
Mhm.
Okay.
He
Well,
wants,
Wait,
he said if everybody.
I'll
could
have a
follow.
watch and be sure to share it. I'm going to say if I can get.
yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to start watching a few streams because I got another guy by the name of the X-Wing, James. He was on 70 or 80 subs, and I pushed him into nearly 300. Yeah, he does good work though. Nice work. Nice work, son.
Something in my beard or something I leave in there or what? What? What, baby? What? What? Get him. Made a attack her or something, will you? Keep her
Yeah,
out.
we've got him up to 14 subs. So everybody in the chat, yep. Go and watch the video. I'm just looking, getting to it, Laura. Yeah, why not? I think it's time to do a chat review. Laura, do a chat review. Where you roast people in the chat. I reckon that'd be fun. Just go all. But if you really want to watch people getting roasted, if you've ever seen the channel Cinnamon Toast Ken, go and watch them. They absolutely roast people in the chat.
Outside again? Holy crap, man. Dog never
In
did
and
it.
out, in and out. Oh, most definitely, Bill. You just got to keep challenging yourself. You got to be adventurous. It's all about being adventurous.
Oh, it's snow like hell here.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, how much is the Autel Smart Controller?
The smart controller?
Yeah.
Depends where you buy it, Canada or US.
Well, the reason I was asking is I don't think that smart controller will control the Nano Plus.
No.
You have to get the more expensive ones.
I'll
right?
tell you one thing right now. It's probably 3 times the price of that drone. It's about $1,800 Canadian,
Yeah.
but it only controls the Evo 2 Pro. It doesn't do the Evo Pro. Like it's specific to that drone, right?
Okay.
And then the new one just came out, the Evo 3 Pro, but you have to have a different controller again.
So they're gonna try and suck you into having specific controllers for each different kind of drone.
Yep.
But that's what DJI did with the Pro bundle for the
they did.
the Mini 3, because the Mini 3 Pro controller doesn't work with all of the other drones.
Yeah, they're specific, but The new controller is a little bit smaller for the newest one, the Evo 3. And it's a little cheaper. I think it's around 1,200. But who's Campbell H? Laura?
Exactly. Yeah, just go and roast him.
Yeah.
Everybody, go there and roast him. That's
Oh,
the only way.
was
It's the
that
only way
the,
these people stop.
oh, was that the link to that short?
Yeah. Yeah, I've just gone and dropped a few.
What's TJ been up to? Did he work today or?
Yeah, if I go for coffee, I may have to brush the snow off my vehicle.
Oh, shit, not that.
Better throw this on the charger for a little bit. My phone. Oh. Yeah. This my iPad needs to update.
I wouldn't have commented on it.
Yeah.
I said, you're a douche.
I
So-
checked the weather a few minutes ago, it said rain, now it says snow.
But get some content of your own. Yeah, you gotta love the people that comment. Like, I understand, like, if you make a comment, right? But I love these people that actually have channels and they got like 5 subscribers and just really crappy videos.
Mm,
And then they want to comment on your stuff and make snarky comments about your content.
yeah,
It's like, really? That's why you have 10 videos on there from a year ago and only have 3 subs.
yeah,
And you want to critique somebody else's channel? The hell out of
yeah,
here.
yeah. No, I've become pretty good at roasting in the last couple of years. You get that. I've got a Facebook group with 15,000 people in it, and it's a sports group, and some of the people just really get narky at certain things, and you just get not desensitized, but you work out how to roast people in the nicest possible way.
What is this?
That's on eBay.
Yeah,
500 watt e-bike for adults, 26-inch electric mountain bike.
yeah,
But here's what I don't get. Okay, there's the bike there. Let's click the next one. It's different color. It doesn't have the bar. There's the next one that's back that way.
I don't see where that one says foldable.
Yeah,
how is it
Oh.
foldable?
but you see, at nowhere in there. Do you just get whatever they send you because there's nowhere to select which one you want?
Types.
Well, what-
It says
what
right
is-
there, Paul. It said
Types.
types.
What's that, Paul?
It says types. Condition, types, quantity.
You don't see that little types book?
Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah, types.
Yeah, see?
Black folding, white folding.
And the way they fold is they fold in half to where both wheels are next to each other so you can fit them in like a trunk.
Okay, but okay, now watch. I'm gonna click on this, right?
But, yeah.
$729.
Right. What they did was they just put their whole store up there, but they put their best deal bike.
But
Yeah,
that's
I
the
didn't
header.
find anything that was that other price. You go through there, it's 639.
Well, that's because some of them are sold out. See how some of them are whited out? What it was is that was probably their best selling bike because of the price. And it's probably one of the sold out ones. But that's a way for them to draw you in to look at the other ones. So.
$849. That's the picture of the one that's up here.
Right. It's not a scam though. It's just a way for a company to draw you in to look at the other ones.
Yeah, it's similar to clickbaiting.
Yeah, but it's a legit store. They're just clickbaiting.
Oh,
you.
definitely. What they do is they put their cheapest item there, and
Right,
then
it's
when
the
you
header.
go and try and select one of them, it'll default to a larger. Yeah, because probably
It's probably one of the ones that's grayed out,
yeah.
the out of stock ones.
$700. 800.
Mm-hmm.
$599. But yet the original one was this one. No, it's not. Well, not that one. Anyway, was $289.
Yeah, see how
Yeah.
it folded up in that picture?
Yep.
Cause you can, right, so you can stick it.
They're
like a
folding it
trunk
in
real
half,
easy.
basically.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of the e-bikes do that.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them fold up like that. Because not only do they want it to be economical for you to like ride to work and back,
Mm.
but they want it for like, if you work in an office, you could easily fold it up and tuck it behind your desk
Mm.
and throw it on the charger while you're at work
And
and
most
stuff like that.
most offices here have a bike rack as well. Because you've got car parks now, and some of those car parks some of the spots are converted into bike cages.
Well, yeah, a lot of places here do too, but depending on the neighborhood is whether you want to park your bike
Oh.
there or not.
I'm talking about I'm talking about in the city, in the actual central business district. Some of the big office towers we have here, you can actually access the like when you drive your car in and the
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd want to leave. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was like a locked up cage type thing,
yeah,
I
this
would,
one,
but-
yeah, these
But-
ones are. You've got at least 3 levels of security to get in there.
But an open bike rack, I wouldn't want to leave my bike out
No.
there.
Around here,
1200.
Not
Not
around
12.
here.
there's a bike
Yeah,
rack locked up here and the guy's got cutters and they just cut it and gone.
That's what I'm
They
saying. Yeah,
do.
but
They do have bike cages here, and people still get in them.
yeah, I wouldn't want to leave my $1,200 bike. That's what I'm saying. If you had even a small cubicle, you could fold that thing up and put it off to the side,
Yeah,
and you'd be able to throw it on the charger while you're working.
yeah, even better.
Hey, Justin, Laura says that you love that video that she
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
well
She's just trying to get me to click on it.
Yeah.
she says she wants you to show that.
It's not what she said.
Justin loves the video.
She didn't ask me to show it though. Oh yeah, the one that's where she's crazy. Yeah, she got that right. That
This one
TikTok
right
filter
here.
was made just for her.
Mm.
Turns out I'm 100%
I can't stop yelling.
She is crazy. I don't know about crazy, maybe psychotic, slightly narcissistic.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's your little sister.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you gotta, Dominic, you gotta go back and check Matt's show today.
Yeah, I will.
This morning he was on some other shit drinking bourbon.
Yeah. Those random late night streams are just epic.
Oh, we had one time. It was like, oh, probably 8 months ago, a year ago. And it went on for like 3 or 4 hours. He was just toasted and he was calling everybody a bitch and everything else. I was like, he was just going off the wall. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, the recent ones that he's done where he gets sourced and they're the middle of the night, or middle of my night and his night, are usually the best ones.
Well, he'll go on till 2, 3 in the morning too.
Yeah.
Like this morning, he was probably on for a good 2 hours, I think.
2 hours and 15, I think.
Yeah.
Because I just looked for it.
Hey,
Yeah,
maybe
that'll
he'll
give
sell
me
you
something
his,
to do in the afternoon.
Yeah.
well, or maybe if he gets too busy doing all this production stuff, he'll sell you his channel.
Yeah.
You just put all his videos to unlisted.
Yep.
That way you can keep the views and the subs, and then you just start uploading your crap to it.
Yep.
I mean, that's
'Cause-
literally how you could do it.
But I think I've told you the story when I was looking for a name for my channel. I almost my channel name was almost Northeast Talk Drone Productions. Almost.
Talk drone production. Oh, that's
Northeast
pretty.
Talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
instead
pretty
of North
similar.
Side, instead of Northeast, I went with North Side because I am on the Northeast.
Hello, Mudball.
But
Well,
I thought I'd take in more suburbs because it's known the area that I'm in is known as North Side. So I just went with that. Threw the hawk in because of the sporting team that I'm hardcore about, and was going to put the word Drone Works instead of Drone Tech, and Drone Tech just stuck because it would have been funny to have a very similar name to Matt's channel.
Well, see, Matt's last name is North, so he decided to go all Kardashian with his channel name, Northeast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like that's true, Don. Like me and Dominic have kind of narrowed it down when the good times are to upload to get views,
Yeah.
but we haven't quite
You've
figured
gotta
out
nail it.
but we haven't quite figured out why some take off and why some don't.
Exactly.
That's one thing we haven't figured out, but we have narrowed it down pretty well to when the good times are to upload.
Yeah, well, I've got it within 15 minutes. I've noticed this is my time. It's 11:45 and midnight here, but I'm wondering, when the daylight saving changes in your end and my end, is that
What
going
effect it has.
to affect it? Yeah. Do I drop back because I'm going to drop back an hour when you go, and then when I stop daylight saving, I drop back another hour.
I only need 300 and something more views to get 175,000.
High fives all around.
But that's the thing is like I'll probably wake up tomorrow and there'll probably be another couple hundred views on them shorts.
Yeah, I've been getting like a second wind and a third wind, where it'll go up, it'll plateau for a while, and then go up again, and then plateau, and then go up again, which is starting to happen now. Originally, you'd put something up, it'd jump, 1,000 or 2,000, and then stop.
And it would
Whereas
never do
mine-
anything.
Yeah, whereas mine is going up, stop, just plateauing for, and then going up and then up again.
Yeah. Hey,
That's what
It
happened
also-
this morning.
yeah, I've
Okay.
noticed that too.
Yeah,
You know,
that's,
I'm just me not putting anything out the last 4 days. I've gained about 3,000 views. Just letting my channel just sit and simmer.
yeah, right. Rather than rather than just having the quick, you know, frying something quickly, it seems to be like a slow roast or one of the old crock pots where you put the food in and it'll be a slow burn. That seems to be what's happening over the last 3 or 4 days, which is just a bit of a slow burn rather than bang straight out of the gate. Because one of them was straight out, one of them I got like 100 views in the first 8 or 9 hours. I'm thinking, oh, this is a dud. And then 24 hours later, it just shot up.
Oh, went up 2 more subs. Nice.
Oh, good.
I wonder what my watch time is. I haven't checked that in like a week.
Mm.
Well, I'm up. Oh,
Yeah. I hope so.
This run must, Paul, this run I'm doing, it must pay pretty good wages. I just got my pay stub because it goes into my bank tomorrow morning. They just sent me a pay stub. I've only been working there, what, 2.5 weeks, 3, like that? That's a $900 frickin' $930.
You must get paid pretty good then.
Yeah, well, I just sent a thing back to her just to give me a breakdown on what this run pays. So I know exactly. I don't know what it pays. I haven't got a clue. I know it pays better than what I did at Batters. I used to only get $600 every 2 weeks. And that's all this has got to be for is 2 weeks. Yeah, 'cause it was $943.
Mm.
That was to the end of February. So that's the most of what, 2 weeks? Or yeah. And 1 day.
Mm. Just yeah, with Mudball's comment there, we hit on it before. One thing I have noticed is if I actually do something externally, meaning that I take a photo of a plane or the actual drone itself, not from the perspective of the drone, the views seem to go up. But if you do it from the drone, it doesn't get as much. But from the outside, when you're actually taking an external shot of it moving around, it does get. So see how that. But there are riders on that, and there are outliers as well. You know, Paul Murray's a great example there. He takes photos of an external source, and that's basically.
well, his channel
the
doesn't
niche.
necessarily revolve around drones either. It's around
Exactly.
ships.
Yeah, it's not the
Drone's
drone
just a
itself.
tool.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. It's not the drone itself. It is the external factor of it. A train or a
Ship.
bridge or a ship or a plane.
You're talking about just straight flying without really focusing on anything.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, people don't want to watch that.
yeah. If you focus on something like a bridge or you focus on a bay area, that seems to get more. But if it's
But
just
it has,
random,
but it also has to be something that a lot of people are interested in.
exactly. See,
Because if it's just a random, you're freaking going around a telephone pole or a tree,
yeah,
you know, they're not going to care about that. But if it's like a community of a lot of like train lovers or ship lovers or That's where you can get the views.
Yeah. Because that's what I've noticed.
Well, that's what I told, Newfound when he was working on his other channel. I said, use the drone as a tool, but don't make that channel about drones. Don't focus on the drone. Who cares about the
Yeah.
drone? It's no different than you videoing with your camera. Because if you don't focus on it, people aren't going to be in the, oh, which drone did you use? They're not going to care because that's not what they're focused on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
people don't tend to ask you when you're filming and you just post a video of you filming something on your phone. They don't tend to ask you what phone you use.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I've got to go, unfortunately.
Okay, Dominic. Well, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah,
See you later.
no worries. Catch you on the flip side then.
Okay, sounds good.
No worries. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow night again tonight, I think, Paul. We got 19 people watching, but not a lot of action going on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, chat's pretty quiet. Hey, Mudball. Oh, I didn't know you was in there. Captain Joe America.
See what Paul's up to in views. 1,207,064. So you're sitting at 1.27 million.
Hey, Chris Wedgeworth. All right.
Is that good?
1.2 million. Yeah, you're sitting at 1,207,000. That's
Is
not
that
bad at all.
good?
Yeah, why?
I just wondered. I don't have anything to base it on because I don't check anybody else's views.
I could pull up like 10 different drone channels that have been on YouTube for at least 4 years and don't even have even half of what I have in views. So yeah, that's not bad. But you post a lot of content regularly too, so.
Yep. Hey, Chris Wedgeworth, how you doing?
What's up, Chris?
He's up here poking your sister.
Cause I got right to 100,000 on my other channel right before I lost it. I had just hit 100,000 views.
I feel like you got something sticking in your head here.
Chris, I don't even know if TJ is still in here. That's been a minute since he said that.
Yeah, I don't know where TJ is. He
there's-
came in and said hello and
Yeah.
made a couple of comments and then he was gone. Maybe he went into a giggle fit. I don't know. Is it snowing pretty good over there, Paul?
Oh, it was there a minute ago. It's snowing pretty hard. Oh, yeah. She's still coming down good. Yeah.
You don't have to go far, do you?
Oh, no. 4 or 5 blocks. Take longer to start the car and clean it. And then we'll probably going over there. My iPad's updating, but it's ever slow.
Oh, you found your iPad.
Yeah, I found it.
Where was it?
Under a layer of dust, Paul.
Oh, there, TJ is still there. What's up, TJ?
Yeah, I was moving some plastic around by my computer upstairs. And I went, what the hell is that? There's a silver. I looked, grabbed it. Oh, that's my iPad. It was just covered in a layer of dust. I couldn't see it. Oh, yeah, it was just,
Well, how long has it been lost for?
couple, 3 days, 4 days. Oh, I don't know. I haven't used it probably 2 weeks, but all of a sudden I went, where the hell's my iPad?
Yeah, I was thinking about he might have to rip some of the floorboards up to see if he didn't bury it inside.
Yeah. Well, see what happens. I got Google Home on my iPad, and it ties into the Google thing here. But for turning my lights on and off, I can turn the stairway light on or the kitchen light on just by telling Google to do it, right? So, because I got the smart switches, I've got 2 more to put in, but The problem is I got to run a neutral wire. One
Good
for the
evening, Dre.
for the hallway. Hey, Dre! Wow.
Hey,
Hey, how's it
good
going, bud?
evening.
What's up, Dre?
Man, what's up?
Snow.
Ah, you guys got what we had, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's either getting. I was looking at this guy that called Ryan Hall Y'all, and they said that California's going to get hit again in a few days.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more the northern and central, and especially up in the Sierras.
Yeah.
We got a pretty nice week coming up here down the south end. We had some light rain yesterday, a little bit this morning, but it cleared up. Hey, Laura, who else we got here? Newfound Drones, DJ,
Bill's here, Laura's here, TJ.
Chris, yeah, Chris Wedgeworth, yeah, quite a few folks in here still.
Yeah.
Mudball, USA, Captain Joe America, yeah, yeah. And you must got quite a few lurkers. Arizona, must got quite a few lurkers.
Marshall hasn't been in the chat since he was planning a couple of days ago. He was going to take a trip to Mexico. Maybe he didn't make it back.
Yeah, he did a short video coming
You
back.
sure he's not one of the ones that got kidnapped?
Yeah. Well, he didn't. He didn't chat there, Paul. Back at 5:41, Marshall's in there
Okay.
in the chat. Yeah, he's there, or he was anyway. So
I find that so weird that the FBI has put up a $50,000 reward for those people already. It's kind of like to me. It sounds like they knew who they are. They know who they are.
yeah.
Who?
They haven't put
Well,
nothing out in the media yet about these people, who they are, and why they were going to a no travel zone area in Mexico.
hold on, I missed this whole conversation. What happened? My daughter was talking to me.
4 people got kidnapped as soon as they crossed the border in Mexico, some off-known place in Mexico, and it's been flagged as a no travel zone for Americans to go there. And I said, the FBI already put up a $50,000 reward for their information for their recovery. I said that's awful quick.
Huh.
They don't even have all the details of who, what, where, and why.
Hey, Marshall.
Huh.
Yeah, the whole keyboard warriors. Yeah.
That's why I went to Mexico a couple times when I was younger, but to be honest, I would, even in the tourist areas, I would never want to go back down there. At least not right now. It's not, it's just, you never know. It's dangerous down there.
Yeah, I mean, it's got its rough parts. It's just like I said, it's the wild, wild west down there, and you don't know who to trust. You don't know to trust the authorities or anybody else. Everybody's on the take.
Did you see what was it, Venezuela did? They suspended their constitution, and the parts of their constitution that are kind of like ours, where it gives you a right to a lawyer and everything. And
Yeah, well, that's right. That
they've
all
rounded
occurred
up
when
like
the,
70,000 freaking gang members and criminals, and already their crime rate is dropped by like 59%.
Yeah. Well, a lot of that occurred when the guy who's sitting in office lost the election. He wouldn't we call it I say agree with the vote count. So he has the military in his back pocket, so he just seized the whole country.
But I guess the people down there, like the good people of that, that down there that aren't involved in all that, I guess they're actually saying it's so much better down there.
Well, I don't know. You got a lot of folks coming across the border from Venezuela. Because I remember just a few months back, those folks were standing in line for hours just to get a loaf of bread.
See here, I think it was Venezuela, wasn't it? Maybe it's
Yeah, Venezuela. They did suspend part of their constitution because the guy who lost the election won't give up the seat.
So it was Venezuela, yeah, because supposedly they built the largest prison ever, and it's supposed to be able to house like 70,000 people or some crap,
Wow.
like some ridiculous amount. Like it's
So
massive.
you arrest a large portion of the population, not just the bad guy, but anybody who says anything against the guy in office.
Another elementary school shooting in Detroit.
Wow. Just like down, I think it was down in, was it Peru? Same thing. The guy was trying to steal the election down in Peru, and the citizens got wind of it, and they ran him out of town. Do they have a body count there, Paul? You said a shooting in Detroit Elementary School?
Yeah, they didn't mention how many people are in the hospital, but the shooter is in custody.
Any information of the age of the shooter or anything?
No, nothing. It was just a news flash on the TV.
Oh, okay, yeah. When it comes to school shootings, it's just nowadays you don't know. Is it a teacher lost it, or an administrator, or a parent, or one of the kids themselves? You never know. I think I was reading an article the other day about 2 parents got called to the school because their kids got into a fight, and then the parents got in a fight out in the parking lot. It's like something Justin would pull.
Yeah. Hey, Jody. All right.
Yeah, drone shots. Jody's in the house.
Yep.
What's up, Jody?
So I saw you was working this morning, Justin. What were you digging up?
I was putting some new markers in on, down, 17, Highway 17, fixing some broken ones.
Okay.
And then I got a trainee with me all week, so.
Marcus,
Oh,
for what?
got a ride along, huh?
Yeah, I only got him for about an hour or 2 today because he didn't get into town till super late, so. We just kind of went over some basic stuff, and then he's with me the rest of the week, and then he's gonna go with me on, to Orlando on Wednesday with me. He actually is gonna be working with Tico instead of FPU. So,
There you go, Dre.
Juvenile, man, that's sad. So now we got to find out who this kid is, how old he is, and then find out go to the parents' house and find out how did Junior get a gun. Just like that last shooting up in Detroit, that high school.
Yeah.
And this is sad that we live in an era now that you have people who have grown up and been in multiple shootings at schools.
uh-huh.
Some of the people that were involved at that Michigan State shooting, they were one of them was involved with the shooting the year before at the high school that's in that same town, and I think one or two of the kids have grown up from the Westcolor shooting in Connecticut, and was going to college at Michigan State. I mean, it's one thing to go through this once in your life, but twice.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's just talk about having what do you call it, PTSD, dude. That's just, it's amazing. Yeah, I hear you, JD, you keyboard warrior. You wish you had my blouse. So this is what you need to be wearing in Colorado, so you impress the ladies.
Yeah.
There you go. Gotta be cold to have that on.
That's right. See, they were like, "Oh, this guy dresses nice. He must take care of himself. He must be on point."
That's right.
JD looks like a skater hippie.
Skater hippie.
I feel like he would have.
If he even comes out in the daylight.
I bet he did a lot of skateboarding in his youth, didn't he?
I think JD would have fit in Woodstock very well. I think he grew up in the wrong air.
You come out of California and get a tan.
I don't know if anybody's getting much of tans out there lately.
Like I said, when the sun turns on, everybody gonna be crying about how hot it is. And they be begging for these days again.
Did you guys end up getting any snow days for school or anything because of that? Or no?
Oh, it's the mountain community shut down, dude. It's completely shut down.
Are they still people stranded without food and everything? And
Yeah, yeah, people, I think they're gonna open up, Wrightwood this weekend for snow skiing. That's in LA County, up in the mountains. But San Bernardino County, they're barely letting the citizens back up to their homes. Like I tell, a lot of folks is that the county or even the state are only responsible for the main artery roads up there. A lot of times people live off of these little small artery roads off the main road. They're
Yeah.
not required to plow that road, so they don't.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
So
if you
these
don't take
folks are
care of it
still
yourself.
stuck.
Yeah,
what
and
do you-
people aren't really equipped for that kind of weather neither.
Well, it's like to say, I would say the ones who have lived there for a while, they're equipped, but you have these seasonal folks who come up there for the holidays and the snow season.
spring break and
not
all that
equipped.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not equipped. They think it's all they'll get, like maybe 2 or 3 feet of snow, no big deal. They're talking about these folks have gotten 8 to 10 feet of snow in a matter of 2 weeks.
And think about it too. Like I lived in the middle of the desert in the Barstow area, and you could drive 45 minutes an hour and be up in Big Bear.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Big Bear is only about 45 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Go right up the highway, boom, I'm there in 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was about an hour from Barstow, roughly.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
coming the back way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I say, you hear about the Highway 18 that comes right out of the city of San Bernardino and the Highway 330, which are both technically shut down. They're not letting
Wow.
anybody up there because, like you say, the roads that are clear are usually, they only clear them for single lane traffic.
Do they have the National Guard or anybody out there?
They
trying
had the
to-
National Guard up here over the weekend flying around, checking on people to make sure, those who actually need to be rescued, they can rescue. Because you got some people up there who have medical conditions. And like I said, they just can't get out to the main road because the road they're on doesn't get plowed.
Yeah.
So that's what the big issue is. And like I said, if you live up there, I know I was telling my wife, I would never have a problem living in the mountains, but I would have to work up there too. I'm not going to do that commute up and down the mountains because my wife, she has teacher friends that live up the hill. They commute back and forth. Anytime something happens, they can't come to work. They're short teachers and stuff. And that's what I told my wife, if we were ever to move up to the mountains, you have to teach up there in the mountains too. I'm not going to have you, traveling up and down the hill, and I would have to find something to do because that's just.
Well, and then it's just you take a higher chance of accidents going up and down those roads
Yeah,
too.
but
every day.
people do it. People do it all the time, and those are the main ones who fly up and down that mountain too, because they're used to it. It's like
Right.
anybody else. You drive a usual route to and from work and stuff, and they're breakneck speeding.
Just like you take that chance just working out in Fort Irwin because it's just so crazy how dangerous that road is, but it's flat
Mhm.
and open and you can see for 20 miles down that road.
Yeah,
But yet it's so crazy when you drive down that road, how many crosses are on the side of that road. It's just littered on both sides,
yeah.
all up
all
and
the
down that
accidents.
entire road. Yeah. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of crosses. So many people have died on that road. It's insane.
Yeah. So it's a matter, like I say, if I live in the mountains, one of the first things I'll be buying is getting me a snowplow.
Like a little
just-
one for
to
your
me, that's
pickup
just-
truck.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, like I say, yeah, a truck where I could attach a snowplow on it and a regular snowplow to do my front walk, driveway and stuff. Because like I said, I'm gonna make sure I can get out. And
Right.
that's why I can't believe some
Well,
of these folks.
the 8 to 10 feet though, I see they're using like front loaders and stuff.
Yeah. They've got a lot of front loaders up there just trying, and that's the main road, Paul. That's like these people, their little side roads that may have like 3 or 4 houses down the road and stuff. And
Or a long driveway or whatever.
yeah, it basically is what it is. Extended driveways, almost some of them are like a quarter mile long. You might have 2 or 3 houses off of this.
Well, you know what some people did here, and I haven't heard of it recently, but when I was a kid, the doctors and lawyers and all the high-end people,
Mhm.
they had heating pads put into the sidewalks and
Right.
into the driveways, and they just turn the damn things on.
Yeah, and I told my wife about that. I said, that's one of the things I would think about if I was living up there. I would have, either I know years and years ago they were kind of not real popular, but when the first level of type of solar type stuff were put in. I remember people used to have the water heater pipes run along the roof line,
Yeah.
and that would be when it snowed, it would keep the snow from sticking to the roof because it would melt.
Right.
As long as you could run the hot water, snow wouldn't stick to the roof and stuff. So you got people up there who have, I say, both grocery stores in the two main cities up there, their roofs has collapsed. That's the reason why they're having such food shortage, because the two main grocery stores are damaged. So that's the issue with that. And then the people who just can't get out to get anything. So like I said, the real issue now and what's making the people upset is that they've been allowed to come down the mountain, but they may not be allowed to get back up there. Because a lot of folks said, well, yeah, I'll travel down and pick up food for myself, for my neighbors, or yeah. But they said they'll let me back up there. It was a wasted trip.
Dre, I could see you with a government surplus half track.
I got to tell you, I did my time in winters. Like I said, I spent, growing up in the military. Like I said, my dad was stationed in Goose Bay, Newfoundland, when I went to first and second grade, and then I went to college in Utah State, up in Logan, Utah, and then when I got married and was in the military, 2 years in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 3 years in Portland, Oregon. So I've been around the snow. So I know how it is. You got to be ready, got to be prepared, know how to drive in it and everything else, and know
Isn't it crazy how you come?
Well, and think about it too. If you got the money to heat your roof and your driveway and your sidewalks and everything, you don't really have to do anything. Just flip it on, you're good to go.
Yeah. And like anything else, just like there's certain things people do who live in Florida, just like there's certain things that people live other places to compensate for the climate you live in.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else. I said, so if you're gonna live in the mountains, and at this time of year, you should anticipate snowstorms can happen. Maybe not to this extreme, but even if it did, I want to be prepared. Like I said, I've made sure I have chainsaws, at least a couple of chainsaws in the garage, snow blowers, and all that kind of stuff. Things that you're going to need to clear the path.
And definitely have food storage for sure.
Yeah, food storage stuff. Just things you gotta have.
Hey, Dre, I wanted to tell you, thank you for corresponding with Lynn.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
She is so tickled to death to hear from. I mean, she doesn't get out and do much anything, and
Well, like I expressed to her, Paul, we're all kind of like a community, a big giant family here. And when I notice people missing, I don't want to hear down the road, oh yeah, that person's sick or in the hospital, worse, they've died.
right.
And I'm thinking that I could have reached out and just asked how they were doing and get an opportunity. And that's why I tell folks, even especially, at our age and stuff, most of the time I see people I grew up with are at funerals now.
Yep.
And, that's not a good time that you want to see everybody. So I always try to make an effort to reach out and check on people, even though we might not be the closest.
Well, I'm sure you know this, but it's much appreciated on her end for sure.
Yeah. Well, like I said, just reaching out and showing somebody you do care about their presence.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And I do that for other people on Facebook and stuff that I grew up with. Just say, hey, how you doing? Because sometimes people post stuff and you got to kind of read it and say, okay.
Read between the lines, right?
Yeah, read between the lines and see. I said, maybe I just hey, I'm just checking on you type of note. I'm just checking on you, see how you doing. Is everything good? And that might make somebody's day.
Yeah.
So just like JD, we got to check on him, make sure he's not sitting in the coffin too long or hanging up from the ceiling upside down like a bat.
Well, our little Ever Ready engine guy there, Paul Hodges, he's on the
Mhm.
go all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just like I said, when Paul was sick, a couple of months, I was about a month or two back. Paul was sick, and
Yeah.
we want to check on him, make sure you're okay,
Yep.
Yep.
because we know what his regular routine is. So when he's not on the regular routine, we want to know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, I'm out.
Okay, Justin.
All right, Justin.
It's 6:20. Usually leave at 6:20.
Well, usually between 6 and 7, but
Dinner
Yeah.
ready?
no, I already ate. I'm just gonna go lay down and relax.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Did
Hey,
you
Justin.
replace? Did you replace all those trees in your hanging from your mirror this morning?
no, I actually put 2 more up. I had to get the black ice this time. So I cut all the old ones down.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
I forgot who it was that commented. What's with all this guy? I said they cut down on the fart smell from the burritos.
Oh, everybody's been asking me about those the last week or so. And then I cut them down right before Matt left his show this morning. He was like, "Holy crap."
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh man.
All right, well, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all later.
All right. Take care.
See you, Justin.
Okay, Justin.
Later.
Paul Hodges is going to go and do coffee.
Yeah, in a few
Oh, yeah,
minutes.
make his Tim Hortons run.
No, I'm going over to a friend of mine's for coffee.
He makes the rounds with his friends because a lot of them just they're like the rest of us. They just sit at home and
Yeah, well, I've been sitting doing a lot of work here in the house, doing all the renovations. I need to get away from it, walk away from it, you know.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
so Dre, what's anything new with you? And I saw you got a new camera.
Yeah, I picked up a new Fimi little pocket gimbal camera, and that's gonna be the route I'm gonna go when
Yeah.
taking other cameras out in the field with me. That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's like a video I just put up. I try to go with the full size, gimbals and stuff and DSLR. I said it was becoming more of a hassle than anything else. And
Yeah.
those small little cameras they fit right in the bags, and they do good work. They do good work. So I have no complaints with them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people overlook the value in the little handheld because the quality is just as good as the great big cameras,
Right, like I said, all these cameras now are doing 4K, 30 frames per second on all of them, and I think a few of them do 60 frames per second, which
Yeah.
is to me that's the sweet spot I like is 60 frames per second. So I can always just knock it down to 2.7 and shoot at 60 frames per second. And
Right.
the quality of that is just as good as to me 4K. You can't tell the difference.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have no problems at all. Not at all. Easy to take with me anywhere I go, and I say save space, and I'm able to. The new one I got has a mic jack in the back of it already built on it, so I have to buy no attachments. And that's what I really like about that. So I have the Rhodes wireless mic, so I can just put the receiver on that and clip the other one on my shirt and keep on talking and flying, do whatever else I need to do. And this other one has it's pretty good tracking. It does face tracking. So
Yeah.
if I move around a little bit, everything else, it moves with me. And it goes, I think it covers about 180 degrees tracking as far as
So you can either hand hold it or mount it on a
Yeah,
tripod.
I usually mount it on like a tripod or something, or set it on the hood of the car or whatever, and turn it on and go from there.
Yep.
So yeah, like I say, it's really convenient, very convenient and stuff. I'm not the walk around the block vlogger type of guy and everything, but yeah, I think it suits its purpose stuff very well.
So is there any new drones in your future, do you think?
Nah, unless something starts happening to my old ones.
Yeah, just replacement, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Like I say, if another good job I'll say long-term job comes up, I may make the plunge for a Mavic 3 Enterprise. And that would be the only one I'm looking at. Other than that, but like I said, I gotta make sure I got the right job. I thought I was gonna get a contract with this one company doing some inspection work, but they never called back. So I said, oh well, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Well, chances are, if they don't call you back and they treat you that way, you probably don't want to work for them anyway.
Yeah, that's why I look at it. I said, you know, because I had a guy call me last, what was it, Thursday or Friday? You know, spur of the moment, job right here in town, and there's a little shoe store. I said, yeah, I'd knock it out. You know, I went down and looked at it. It's okay, no big deal, no problem. Started on Saturday afternoon. The sun came out. Boom, boom. 24 hours. I was in and out. Got upload the files to them and good to go. They paid me on Sunday.
And he's happy.
Yeah, he's thrilled. He's thrilled because I did it so fast.
Yeah.
He's very appreciative because I had texted earlier that Saturday morning, say, hey, it looks like it might be, you know, overcast all day. I'm not sure the sun's gonna come through. And then the weather report was looking at not being clear enough to get a good shoot until Tuesday. But like I said, I came through on Saturday because the sun did break through, and he's very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time of year up here in the north end, it's hit or miss for aerials, right, Paul?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, as far as doing real estate, you know, who wants to look at just snow on the roof, snow on the ground? You can't see anything, right? So
Yeah.
and if you didn't have the snow, it's all dark and dingy and wet. You know. Just,
Yeah. So it's that's why I did that one video about just be ready to go, gear up when the call comes. You know.
Yeah.
Never know, somebody call you.
I just don't like keeping the batteries charged up. Then they discharge in 5 or 10 days and go through it again, right? So usually I get at least a half a day's notice. I get the batteries on the charger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's the big thing I have to do with the thermal drones is keep them, you know, charged up. I never know when I'm gonna get a call.
Right.
Yeah.
With that, you know, and you know, especially with the weather conditions now, I thought I was gonna get a call over these last 2 weeks to go up, you know, help out in the mountains or something. Because like a lot of agencies are pitching in to help out with the local sheriffs and stuff. Just because, you know, so much personnel are being used to help these people up there. But nobody's gotten lost. I think they did find a couple of teenagers who were trying to do the Pacific Northwest Trail hike, and they got stuck on the side of a mountain for like 2 days, something like that.
Yeah.
And for a helicopter, they were able to get to them and get them off the mountaintop. They said they had mild hypothermia, stuff like that.
So you found them?
No. I guess they had cell phone coverage, so they were able to locate them through their cell phone.
Well, you know, in this day and age, Dre, the big question I have, and it's like Ron Lockwood does the same thing. They go out in the middle of nowhere for the price of a damn satellite phone. Have it in your pocket and don't worry about whether you got cell service or don't got cell service.
Well, a lot of them don't think on that level. They think their cell phones are good everywhere. So they think, oh yeah, because they fall for the commercials. Oh, look at our area. You know, we cover all this large area stuff. And I said, there's a lot of dead spots.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're talking about being in different terrain and different stuff like that. That's what some of the people on the mountain are complaining about. That they live in areas that are dead spots, so they can't call out.
Well, and anytime you lose electricity, you know,
lose electricity, you can't charge your phone.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep the little phone, you know, the little USB banks. I have a little bigger one that that can, you know, at least power up a couple lamps in the house, something like that if we needed to in an emergency situation. You know, you just never know. I mean, for us, you know, even when the wind blows hard, they may turn the electricity off on purpose because
Right.
the companies don't want to get sued for for wildfires and stuff. So we've had that. And sometimes we'll get a notice. Most time it's always after the fact. We'll get a notice. Oh, the power's been turned off for safety reasons. I say, yeah, we know.
Because sat phones are pretty reasonable. It's just you don't want to
Yeah,
use
now,
them for
yeah.
everyday use because you're charged by the minute, you know?
Yeah, they're much reasonable now than what they were, 5-10 years ago and stuff.
Hey, David, in the chat.
Yep, David is here.
Yeah, the Birdman. Yeah. Yeah, they're just talking about his king today on the news. Talking about, I guess, Harry and Meghan have been invited to the coronation.
Yeah, but they haven't said if they're going yet or not.
Yeah, something like that. And I think somebody was interviewing Andrew's ex-wife Fergie and asking her where she going. She didn't give a definitive answer or not, but I think she might make a appearance.
Well, that Megan is a piece of work, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, I see on the news today, a panel of psychologists and psychiatrists have determined in their mind that he is ADD, ADHD.
Yeah. Look at this engine here, Paul. I got one of these here.
Yeah.
That one's $400 a piece for these. Got 3 of them for sale.
Wow.
I think
Isn't that the old Soul Line colors.
It's an old GMT one, eh? They're old engines.
Yeah,
But
but what company is that look like?
I think it's SOO.
It's Rapido, eh? So
Okay, yeah.
they're the ones that make it, but they're museum quality pieces. Like they're not,
Oh,
they're all the details, the lights, even
right.
the lights underneath now.
Everything works. Yeah.
Oh, they do. You wouldn't believe the things that they do. It's unbelievable. Hey, Dave.
Hi guys. Well, Dre, you got me up here. You mentioned the King inviting Harry and Meghan.
Well, I wanted to make you feel at home.
Well, just so you know, they're only inviting them to fill the newspapers up so nothing else can get put in there.
Yeah, I can say we saw you pop in, so we said we talk about some British topics. So we talked
Yeah, but
about
don't,
the
but
royal
don't
family.
you come over and move anyways out of the cottage?
Yeah, they've been evicted, haven't they?
Yeah, they're giving it to Pedo. I mean, Andrew. No, I was right
Yeah.
the first time.
Right, yeah. So how's your situation, David? I know you guys were packing the other day.
Put it this way. Yeah. It seems that you have to be born into a rich family and commit a lot of crimes around the world to get a home in this country.
Wow. That's sad.
Yeah, it's not looking good, mate. Still waiting.
Well, and what have all the agencies been telling you? Anything? Or they just kind of like poo-poo it?
It's all like, we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch. We've looked at it and we need to get some more information. We'll be in touch. And we've lost your paperwork. We'll be in touch.
Hmm.
And we found your paperwork, but we'll still be in touch.
Wow. But listen, I got to say a little couple more.
Well, the last report that you had to turn in, how many pages was that?
When I counted it, I think it was something like the pages we turned in,
Yeah.
the actual evidence we put in was 187, I think.
187 pages they turned in to get assistance.
Yeah.
Talk about government.
It's ridiculous.
You know what it got us? A phone call to say we'll be in touch. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is if you put them on a lie detector test and you ask them one question, did anybody read the whole report? And they wouldn't be able to answer it.
No.
No.
They might have scanned a couple of pages here or there, you know.
Yeah. It's like the same thing over here, Paul. They say they got paperwork or all this kind of stuff, but nobody really looks at it until something. In other words, to the media gets a hold to it, and all of a sudden now everybody's all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got each day after the postie comes, if nothing comes in the post, there's another 14 days. It's just like a 14-day rolling period now.
Hmm.
Unless the court comes back and goes, we're going to give you the 42-day extension.
But yeah, that doesn't really resolve anything, does it? It just keeps you in lingo.
That's all it does.
It keeps everybody in lingo. I mean, they're in limbo, but also the property owner is in limbo also.
Well,
That's why it
this is
doesn't
it.
make any sense.
I
'Cause
mean,
now they're allowing the property to be tied up either way, allowing them to stay, and now the property owner can't move anybody else in.
well, he wants it for his son.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that, but see,
But,
the son can't move in till you move out.
but this is the best bit. Yeah. Whilst we're fighting this through the courts,
Mhm.
guess where my landlord is? Sunning himself up in Cyprus.
Wow.
He's on a beach. with
He's
his
moving out
missus.
of the country, huh?
Him, his missus, and his son are all in Cyprus.
Oh, maybe they'll get on a train.
I believe
would-
they're back on Thursday, and then he wants to do a flat inspection on Saturday.
Yeah. I said, then where they just had a big train wreck there in Cyprus where they already arrested the train master or whatever.
Oh, that was in Greece, weren't it?
Greece. Okay, yeah, Greece. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, I said, amazing how they already arrested the guy and they haven't even finished the investigation how the accident happened.
Well, that tends to happen, doesn't it? I mean, it's like there's an incident on Saturday. A football fan from Blackpool went to another pub to pick a fight with the Burnley fans, and he picked a fight with the wrong fan, and the wrong fan, all he did was lashed out and hit him one. He's fallen over, whacked his head, killed him.
Wow.
Yeah, but that fan was arrested. The Burnley fan was arrested for murder. Yeah.
Mhm.
All he did was defend himself. He was trying to have a quiet drink
Yeah.
after the game, and
Yeah, those are tough. I don't know about all the levels of murder in UK, but normally here, they would probably successfully be able to charge him with manslaughter, just on the fact that he engaged in an altercation. Not that he would be charged with, first degree murder is premeditated. Second degree is reckless type of behavior that you should have
When you
known
actually-
to cause death.
when you see the video footage, yeah,
Mhm.
he's defending sort of like he's getting pushed, this Burnley fan, by the Blackpool fans, and the Burnley fans behind him was trying to push past the bouncers to get to the Blackpool fans. So he
Right.
just put his hand up to defend himself, to try and move out the way.
Yeah.
He's clocked him one, and he's gone over. But the funny thing was, the Blackpool fans just carried on fighting over the top of him.
Wow.
Well, the guy was, on the floor.
Knocked out on the ground, probably got kicked in the head and stepped on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I say something like that with all that going on, it'd be hard to charge one person. It's like they have to charge several people with what we call involuntary manslaughter.
Well, hopefully. I mean, the fact is, the police are going to be investigated because the Burnley fans, being a local rival, a local club, they was given this pub for their fans to drink in,
Right.
and there was no police there to watch what was going on, that allowed the Blackpool fans to turn up and cause trouble.
Mm-hmm. Well, that happens in the what we call the civil side of the case. The criminal side, You know,
Yeah.
you do have a homicide, you know, which is basically a killing by the hands of another.
Yeah.
The basic definition of homicide. So that's the criminal side of the case. And like you said, what you're telling me is all happened. It's going to be hard to truly place the blame on this one individual when all he did was striking, because we don't know what happened when he hit the ground. If you have two opposing crowds there, and like you're saying, if this shows that they were stepping over this guy, on this guy, whatever, the actual blow from the first guy may not have been the determining factor.
Exactly.
It could have been, like I say, somebody else could have stepped on him, could have kicked him, whatever, and that all come out in the coroner's report and say that, you know, the actual cause of death was a strike to this portion of the body, brain, or whatever that caused the death. This guy could get off scot-free.
Why would a 56-year-old man, be so fueled up to want to go and fight another football fan from another club for no reason?
Well, same thing they do here in the States. Is all about
Macho. It's a macho thing.
Yeah, well, I say being a fan. Period. I mean, people. That's why I don't get behind people say, "What's your favorite team?" I say, "I don't have a favorite team. I appreciate the participants, the players,
The athleticism. Yep.
Yes, I appreciate the athleticism, and I know the time they put in, because I was just like that, you know, 40 something plus years ago. That was me out there, okay, and going for there. So I say I appreciate it for that, but I don't get behind a team or team colors or whatever the case may be and stuff. And some folks is taken so far overboard.
They get radical.
Yeah, they get radical. Yeah.
Yeah, as a Preston fan, I have banter with Burnley, Blackpool, Blackburn, Fleetwood, you know, the local teams, but it's banter. You know where the line is. You don't get physical. You don't get violent. You don't get in each other's face. You know, you sit in the terraces, you have a sing-song at each other, and when the referee blows the final whistle, you both walk your separate ways and you go home. That's it.
Yeah.
There's
I think
no
the
need.
biggest thing that has calmed things down here in the United States is the fact that players change teams so often.
Catch you later, Paul.
Yep. Catch you guys later.
Have a good time,
Take
Paul.
care.
Yep. See you guys.
All right. Like I say, because players change teams so often, it's hard to be that super fan anymore, because the guy you're rooting for today is playing for another team tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and the other thing, I'm torn between the kind of money they pay these players, but they've worked hard to get there. There's no doubt about it. But it just sometimes it's astronomical. And how can a family of four people pay $100 a head to go see a football game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The cost to go see a game is and that's why I don't begrudge the players at all, because, you know, a lot of these guys, just like me, started playing, you know, sports at 8, 9, even younger age, and nobody was paying for anything back then. It was all mom and dad spending time getting you to practice, getting you to games, and all this kind of stuff. And like I said, the average career, no matter what sport you play, you may get no more than 3 to 4 years.
Well, yeah, most football players over here, it's probably age 21 when they start earning the serious money.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they're 32, 33, the career's over. They're either going into football management or just disappear.
Right, and I said that's if they had a injury-free career. I should say the average time here in the United States is usually about 3 to 4 years. It's average.
But see, the problem I see though, Dre, is how would you reform? You'd have to reform the whole thing. In other words, like, is the management going to get all the money if they're not giving it to the players? Or, you know, it's like, how do you?
Well, like I said, this is where, you know, that fandom comes into play, because the people get wrapped up. These guys, a lot of these guys make more money on endorsements than they actually do actually playing the sport. Shoe deals, commercials, all this stuff is a lot of times it's equaling and sometimes surpassing what they're getting paid to play. And that's where they see their longevity is hold on to endorsement. I said, Michael Jordan is a billionaire, not because what he made in basketball, is because of them shoes that keep selling since the day he stepped on the court.
Yep.
As a professional. You know, everybody wants a pair of Air Jordans, even though Air Jordan has not played a lick of basketball since the late 90s, early 2000s, if that.
Exactly.
So like I say, like I say, a lot of these guys look for these long-term deals, and I say get into different agreements with apparel and other franchise agreements. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal hasn't played in probably over 20 plus years, and you see him on commercials all the time, from selling insurance, pizzas, and whatever else.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny because I think they were interviewing Charles Barkley, and they're talking about how they exchange gifts with each other, and he says Shaq is the worst one because Shaq will always give you something that he's endorsing of late. So
And he was getting
that
it
he
free.
buys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he gets it for free, and he passes out his gifts to his friends.
Yeah, you can't knock it. At least he's giving
Yeah,
some.
no. They're just laughing because everybody else might went out and spent some money and bought this for you and bought that for you for your birthday. No, Shaq gives you whatever he's been endorsing lately. So I say he has a little thing with the little heating pads on your back, with Solange pads. He'll give you a box of those. You know, happy birthday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, look what I got.
Kind of funny. Yeah, that was funny.
Well, guys, I think the time has come.
All right.
We're down to what, 10 people watching.
Oh yeah, it's time to call it.
It's time to call it. Everybody, hey, thanks for being here.
There was
And-
17 when I joined. So
And Dre, thanks for coming in. And
No problem.
David, you're always welcome. You know that.
well, you know, I'm always here to scare your customers away.
Okay, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.